Once a year, over 1.5 billion people across the globe undergo a transformation. Cities quiet before dawn. Families gather at night. Mosques fill beyond capacity. Restaurants close in the middle of the day. And amid all of this, there is a profound, almost electric sense of purpose. This is Ramadan, the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar. And for Muslims everywhere, it is the most sacred time of the year. What is Ramadan? Ramadan commemorates the month in which the Quran, the holy book of Islam, was first revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the year 610 CE. This divine event, known as Laylat al-Qadr or the Night of Power, is considered the holiest night in the Islamic calendar, and it falls within the last 10 days of Ramadan. Because Islam follows the lunar calendar, Ramadan shifts approximately 10 days earlier each year relative to the Gregorian calendar. This means the holy month can fall in winter or summer, making fasting easier or significantly more challenging depending on the season and where in the world you live. The 5 pillars and the obligation to fast. Islam is built upon 5 core obligations. The 5 pillars. These are the declaration of faith, known as Shahada, prayer or salah, charity or zakat, the pilgrimage to Mecca or Hajj, and fasting, known as Sawm. Ramadan is when the 4th pillar comes to life. Fasting during this month is obligatory for every adult Muslim who is physically able. It is not merely a religious tradition, it is a direct commandment from God, revealed in the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah. Those who are exempt include children, the elderly, pregnant or breastfeeding women, travelers, and those who are ill. Many of them make up missed fasts at a later time, a practice known as qada. What does fasting actually mean? The fast, called Sawm, begins at Fajr, the pre-dawn prayer, and ends at sunset with the Maghrib prayer. During these hours, Muslims abstain from all food, all drink, including water, smoking, and intimate relations. But fasting in Islam goes much deeper than physical restraint. It is equally a fast of the mind, the tongue, and the soul. Gossip, harsh words, anger, dishonesty. All of these are considered to break the spirit of the fast, even if not the fast itself. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Whoever does not give up lying and acting upon lies, God has no need of his giving up food and drink." In this way, Ramadan is as much about moral purification as it is about hunger. Suhoor and Iftar. There are 2 sacred meals that frame each day of Ramadan. Suhoor is the pre-dawn meal, eaten before the fast begins. It is a sunnah, a recommended practice of the Prophet, and Muslims are encouraged not to skip it, as it provides the energy needed for the long day ahead. Then comes Iftar, the breaking of the fast at sunset. Traditionally, the fast is broken with dates and water, following the practice of the Prophet Muhammad. After this brief moment, Muslims perform the Maghrib prayer, and then the full meal begins. Iftar is more than a meal. It is a ritual of gratitude and togetherness. Families unite. Neighbors share food. Mosques serve thousands of free meals every single evening. In many Muslim-majority countries, the streets come alive at sunset with a festivity that is hard to describe. You simply have to experience it. Spirituality and worship. While fasting is the most visible aspect of Ramadan, the month is equally defined by intensified worship. Muslims increase their daily prayers, recite and reflect on the Quran, with many aiming to complete the entire text within the month, and engage in extended night prayers called Taraweeh, performed in congregation at the mosque after Isha, the night prayer. Charity, zakat and sadaqah, surges during Ramadan. Muslims believe that good deeds carry multiplied rewards during this month, and so giving becomes an act of spiritual investment. Billions of dollars in charity are donated by Muslims worldwide each Ramadan. And then there is itikaf, a retreat spent in the mosque during the last 10 days of Ramadan, in total devotion and seclusion. For those who practice it, it is considered one of the most spiritually intense experiences a Muslim can have. Laylat al-Qadr, the Night of Power. Within the final 10 nights of Ramadan lies a night that the Quran describes as better than 1,000 months. This is Laylat al-Qadr, the night of power. Muslims believe this is the night the Quran was first revealed. They also believe that on this night angels descend, God's mercy is at its greatest, and prayers and worship carry unimaginable weight. No one knows exactly which night it falls on. Tradition points to one of the odd nights, the 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, or 29th. And so Muslims spend all 10 nights in worship, seeking it. Because if they find it, if their prayers are answered on that single night, it is as though they have worshipped for more than 83 years. Ramadan ends with one of the most joyful celebrations in the Islamic world, Eid al-Fitr, the festival of breaking the fast. On this day, Muslims wake early, dress in their finest clothes, perform a special Eid prayer in congregation, and celebrate with family, feasts, and gifts. Before the prayer, every Muslim who can afford to is required to give a specific charitable donation called Zakat al-Fitr, ensuring that even the poorest members of the community can celebrate. Eid is not just a party. It is the culmination of a month of discipline, devotion, and transformation. It is a collective exhale, a moment of joy shared by 1.5 billion people at roughly the same time. Final summary is, Ramadan is many things. It is hunger and gratitude. It is silence and community. It is individual discipline and collective belonging. It is a month that strips away distraction and asks a fundamental question. What truly matters to you? For Muslims around the world, the answer is the same. Faith, family, compassion, and God. Ramadan Kareem.